Well, right now I can tell you that there is still a very distinct smell of burnt wood in the air, and fire investigators are still hard at work combing through the rubble inside what is left of this home, trying to figure out what may have caused this fire. I, as you mentioned, spoke to many neighbors this morning who all describe hearing a loud bang just after 2:30, and when they looked outside, they saw this 2.5-story home engulfed in flames and heard people screaming for help. Neighbors believe this was a rental property with 7 people living inside the multi-unit home. According to the Saskatoon Fire Department, 6 people were able to get out. 2 of them went to hospital. 1 was found dead inside the home. Here at 33rd Street and Avenue P, you can see the strong wind has caused a very large tree to break and fall onto the roadway. Alone yesterday, there was 15 to 20 centimeters of fresh snow that fell. So think about overnight as that starts to freeze, that freezing rain. It is very slippery. It is very slick. Walking past Saskatoon's hospice at Glengarda, Mary Engel takes a moment to reflect.
He got to see it grow along the way. He didn't get to see it open, but it was really cool because he was extremely passionate about it.
Mary Engel's father, Gord, died almost 2 years ago after losing his battle with stage 4 terminal cancer. But before his death, he was instrumental in bringing the new hospice to life through St. Paul's Hospital Foundation's Close to Home campaign.
It's definitely tough because I think every kid looks at their dad as the bravest and strongest person that they know. Although it was hard to see, the person you love the most in the world down on their knees and sick, it was really motivating because, if my dad can do it, so can I.
And much like her dad, Mary hopes to continue advocating for hospice care in Saskatchewan.
The palliative care unit really allowed us to spend family time and really focus on what's important in those last few days with your loved one. And I think the environment that the hospice is in makes a difference.
Saskatchewan is the last province in Canada to open a freestanding hospice. Here, patients and families will receive the same specialized care as at a hospital, but with the added comfort of home.
It's a setting that's much calmer and, more in line with the care and experiences that we wish to provide for patients and families as they face end of life.
To create a more comfortable and enjoyable environment, the hospice offers a variety of holistic services, including a healing arts program, music therapy, and spiritual care.
The interesting thing about the hospice is that you don't know you need one until you absolutely need one.
The hospice at Glengarda is located at 301 Hilliard Street near Prairieland Park and will provide compassionate care for patients and their loved ones during their final moments together. Janella Hamilton, CTV News, Saskatoon. With flames and smoke billowing in the air, firefighters knew they would have to act fast to get not only 1 but 2 house fires under control in the Pleasant Hill neighborhood Sunday evening. That's when the decision was made to use the fire department's newest tool, the Extinguish FST, a fire suppression grenade that helps suffocate the flames.
You don't have to be in close proximity to the fire to apply it. So this unit, there's a 2 pull pin activation to get it started. There's an 8-second delay. The unit, which weighs about 12 pounds, is then tossed into the compartment that's on fire. Once it starts to actuate, it dispels an aerosol that will then interact with the heated gases within that space, reducing the temperature.
By reducing the temperature, it allows firefighters to battle the flames in a much safer way.
The early stages of that fire, we can utilize this because we still need to go in, we still need to search for occupants, we still need to search for what we call the seat of the fire to make sure that fire is actually extinguished.
The unique fire extinguisher is made by Flame Guard USA and costs about $900. A video on the company's website shows how the tool is used. The Avenue R fires was the first time the Saskatoon Fire Department had the chance to deploy the Extinguish FST.
It gave him the time to put the one in check for a little bit while he got his resource management tactics in place in order to fight those two fires simultaneously.
A strategy that helped crews bring both fires under control in about an hour with no one getting hurt. Janella Hamilton, CTV News, Saskatoon.
Go with what feels good. Try a little bit. Mix it up. Oh, I like that color. Good job.
Loch Willie and his daughter Kiara spend hours in their workshop cutting and painting colorful wooden wings. It's an idea that began as a fun activity for the single dad and his 14-year-old daughter. Now the at-home project is being shared with the community.
A lot of it is to just spread joy and happiness and to help create a moment for people when they find them, to maybe capture a picture, share it on Instagram, or to maybe bring back a memory of a lost loved one.
One of the latest set of wings honors missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, something that has special meaning for Willie.
As we were making them, my mom informed me that I had a cousin who was murdered, and it kind of really changed how the wings felt for us, and it gave Kiara and I an opportunity to talk about some pretty hard things.
And while some of the wings spark conversations about important social issues, others reflect on memories dad and daughter have shared together.
It brings me closer to my dad, I think, definitely, and it's fun working together, thinking, wow, we created these, and now they're out and people see them and take photos with them, and we're spreading that joy with others.
The project has been a way for Willie and his daughter to connect. Some of the more intricate designs take the duo more than 40 hours to complete.
It is a very powerful moment when they first come together, because all the work and the ideas that have gone in to see it realized, and especially with the Murdered Missing Indigenous Women set, it was just sit down, let emotion wash over you, and just look at this beautiful thing that you had a hand in creating. It is special.
The set of wings honoring missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls can be found here at 301 First Avenue North. This is just one of the sets on display in downtown Saskatoon. There are 15 different sets of wings dispersed throughout the downtown core as part of a physically distant scavenger hunt for families.
It's a way to help support local businesses, to be a part of that community and to show support to them through this pandemic. Very important to us.
Now until September 30th, the uniquely designed wings will be on display at 13 different locations, spreading smiles and joy to people during the pandemic. Janella Hamilton, CTV News, Saskatoon.
You are so loved and cared for. Do not let anyone tell you different. I know that you are beautiful, amazing, kind. Whatever it is that you're going through, you'll get through this.
You can see tears well up in Daniel Bear's eyes as he reads one of the letters written by grades 7 and 8 students at St. Josephat School in Regina.
I wasn't expecting emotions. I'm not used to that, being emotional. It's kind of hard out there once in a while, but you kind of get used to negative people.
The project is called Letters to No One. Students wrote and illustrated dozens of cards, each one filled with messages of hope and encouragement.
Writing a letter to someone gives them an opportunity to share their voice, gives them an opportunity to make someone's day a little bit better. So it's a way to give back without expecting anything in return.
You are loved by all. This morning I kind of had a bad morning, but now this made me feel a lot better.
The Salvation Army says these letters could not come at a better time. With the pandemic, the organization is at full capacity in both its men's shelter and transitional housing unit, and are always appreciative when community members can help keep spirits high.
I love the way that they were written, you know, all the affirmation and the positive message. They need to know that as human beings, we all make mistakes. But we always, as long as we are on this earth, we have hope.
I know it can be hard sometimes. By these hard days, people might try to hurt verbally, but you are strong and you can get back up.
If you go out and show gratitude to others, or if you go out and give kindness to others, you're going to feel that kindness in return.
After reading his letter, Daniel Bear says he plans to bring it home to his daughter so she too can help pay it forward and spread kindness to the community, an idea he hopes will snowball so more students can get involved.
Whether you have plans to put pen to paper to help spread positivity or are looking for other ways to give back, with the cold weather sticking around here in Saskatoon, the Salvation Army is in need of winter gear for men. Janella Hamilton, CTV News, Saskatoon.